Hey guys, what's up? It's Jacob. Quick question before we start. Have you ever walked into a party and instantly wanted to turn around and leave? Like you're standing outside feeling completely fine, maybe even thinking, okay, this won't be that bad. And then the second the door opens, it's just chaos. Loud music, people yelling over each other, someone laughing way too hard in the kitchen, a group of strangers staring at you for half a second too long while you awkwardly figure out where to stand. And now suddenly you're pretending to check your phone so you look busy. Yeah, that's basically me at every big party ever. And honestly, if you relate to that, you're definitely not alone. I'm pretty introverted myself, and for the longest time I thought something was wrong with me because everybody else seemed to enjoy these huge social situations way more than I did. Like I used to watch people walk into a room and instantly start talking to everybody like they'd known them for years. Meanwhile, I'm overthinking whether I should say, hey, wave, nod, or just disappear into the wall. And somehow the people who say, just be yourself, are always the loudest people there. But the thing is, introverts don't hate people. That's the biggest misconception ever. I actually like hanging out with people when it's the right environment. Like give me two close friends, late at night, sitting around talking about random stuff, maybe listening to music or gaming or something. I could do that for hours. But a loud, crowded room with 30 conversations happening at once? That drains me so fast. And there's actually science behind this too. Researchers found that introverts process stimulation differently than extroverts do. Stuff like loud music, bright lights, constant conversations, crowded rooms. Introverts usually react to all that way more intensely. There was even this study where researchers observed babies reacting to unfamiliar situations and loud noises. Some babies stayed calm, while others reacted really strongly, crying and freaking out from the extra stimulation. Years later, a lot of those highly reactive kids ended up becoming introverts, which honestly makes so much sense to me, because even now I notice everything at parties. Like I notice 10 conversations at once. I notice the loud bass in the background. I notice awkward tension between people. I notice when someone's trying too hard to fit in. My brain never shuts off in those situations. And the weird part is, the world kind of treats extroversion like it's the correct personality type. People always say stuff like, "Why are you so quiet? You should talk more. Come on, loosen up. Why don't you go meet people?" Like, bro, I just got here. Relax. And social media honestly makes it even worse sometimes because everybody online acts like they're constantly surrounded by friends, constantly partying, constantly doing something exciting. Meanwhile, I'm perfectly happy sitting in my room watching YouTube videos at 1 a.m. with snacks and zero human interaction. And honestly, that's peace. But even if you're introverted, you still end up in social situations sometimes. Parties, family gatherings, school events, random hangouts you accidentally agreed to, and then immediately regretted later. So over time, I've kind of developed my own survival guide for getting through them without completely draining myself mentally. Step 1, I always plan an escape route. This is huge for me. Even if I don't plan on leaving early, just knowing I can leave makes me feel calmer immediately. Like maybe I tell people ahead of time I can't stay super long. Maybe I mention I've got something to do later. Maybe I suddenly develop a mysterious headache halfway through the night. Truly tragic. The point is, I never feel trapped. Because the second I feel trapped socially, my anxiety goes through the roof. Step 2. I immediately look for a quiet spot. The second I walk into a party, I'm basically scanning the environment like Batman. Where's the balcony? Where's the backyard? Is there a quieter hallway somewhere? Because eventually I know I'm gonna need 5 minutes away from everybody just to reset my brain. And honestly, those little breaks help so much. Even just stepping outside for fresh air for 2 minutes can completely save the night for me. Step 3. I give myself something to do. This one seriously works. If I'm just standing there with nothing to do, I become painfully aware of how awkward I feel. But if I'm helping with drinks, food, music, cleaning up, literally anything, it gives me purpose. And conversations happen way more naturally that way too. It's easier talking to someone while you're both doing something instead of standing face to face trying desperately to think of topics. Because honestly, small talk is exhausting. How's school? What do you do? How do you know everybody here? After like 10 minutes, my brain's already clocking out. Step 4. I find the other introverts. And trust me, you can spot them immediately. They're usually in a smaller group, actually talking normally instead of trying to scream over the music. Or they're chilling with one person in the corner, having a real conversation, while everybody else is trying to become the center of attention. Those are usually my people. And honestly, introverts tend to have the best conversations because they skip a lot of the fake surface level stuff. Step 5. I know when my battery is dead. This took me years to learn. I used to force myself to stay places because I didn't want to seem rude or boring. Meanwhile, internally, I was completely exhausted and counting every second until I could leave. Now, if I'm overwhelmed, mentally drained, or just not having fun anymore, I leave. And I stopped feeling guilty about it. Because there's no point forcing yourself to stay somewhere that's making you miserable just because you think you should. And after a big social event, I need recovery time, like full recharge mode. Music, gaming, watching random YouTube videos, laying in bed doing absolutely nothing. No notifications, no people. That's basically therapy for introverts. And honestly, once I stopped trying to force myself to act extroverted all the time, life got way easier. I realized there wasn't actually anything wrong with me. I'm not antisocial. I'm not rude. I'm not boring. My brain just works differently. And I think a lot more people are introverted than they admit. Some people are just better at hiding it. Because honestly, half the loud people at parties probably go home exhausted too. So yeah, if you're introverted, don't feel bad about it. You don't have to become the loudest person in the room to have value. Sometimes the quietest people notice the most. But now I want to know, are you guys introverted or extroverted? And what's the most awkward social situation you've ever been stuck in? Honestly, I know some of you have crazy stories. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and stick around for more videos like this. It seriously helps out the channel a lot. All right, guys, I'll catch you in the next one.